Hello, welcome back to the next Heroscape rankings. Today I'm doing the Kyrie Warriors Army Pack expansion, and I'm ranking the 5 characters in them. This was a bit tougher because I like them for different reasons. I think they all have their own usage, and I've used them at very different levels of usage and in context. But for number 5, I've put Glenerva. She's 90 points, and she doesn't really have any synergy yet. I don't know if she will. And this is the only character that I've really used with classic figures because she can block ranged attacks. And I think it's interesting, and I did find it to be useful when I did it because it kind of kills one of their order markers, but it also kills one of mine, and I only get an attack out of it. I don't know that it's worth the 90 points. I think it's intriguing, and there's probably a way to make it worth that, or very like special situations that are just not going to be super common. And I still think it's fun, and I think she's one of the cooler sculpts of these. But as far as usage goes, I think she's the weakest one. Number 4 is Ziamara. This is an 80-point figure, and she can heal other Ular Kyrie Warriors, which is another one in the box. And now there's going to be a new one that comes out this year in 2026. A common squad that she'll be able to heal. I think they have 2 life. And there's 2 classic figures that she can heal. I haven't worked with her as far as classic stuff. I'm not saying she's not worth the 80 points, but she kind of, her whole thing is kind of just healing or maybe blocking wounds, which I think is good. And I think it's one of those situational things too. And I think that she'll get better when those new units come out, especially the common squad figures, because they can protect her probably much easier than you could inserting her with just the figures that exist now. But for right now, I think that's where she's at. I don't think she's super useful. Or he, whatever it is. Not to say that it can't be used really well. I think it can pair really well with the other Ular Kyrie in this box. I don't think it makes up enough of an army core to be that significant, and I think that they're probably too expensive to have as like extras. And that leads me to number 3, the other one, Mielke. 100 points, so it's 20 more points and gets a double attack. It's a little bit bulkier. I think it's a little more. I think it's worth its points, and I think if it has the Amara to back it up, it will help. I don't know if you'll still be able to get, if they're together, I don't know if you're necessarily always going to get your 180 points value out of it. I think it could happen. I think you could easily get more, and I think in the future, like I said, with the new stuff coming, you probably will. But if you play with them in classic, with the 2 classic figures that are also, in that same build, I don't know that they are that they're going to fulfill those points. I think that they're good in specialized situations also, but more they'll be able to bond in the future, and I think that will certainly improve their ranking and their quality. So number 2, I have Kilcarax, 95 points, and she already has kind of some synergy. She has the other undead Kyrie that's in the master set. I can't think of her name at the moment. And I think that there's a little bit more synergy there, and I think that the power is interesting. She can kind of get life back and then pass off. I think she can get the ability from the other one where she can do something with some type of force. I wish I had read it right before this video, but some intermixed powers there with the other figure that I think makes the other figure now usable. I almost feel like it was almost unusable, and now Kilcarax has made the other unit feasible. And together, I think they're 145 points. And I think, again, it's a little bit less than Mielke and Ziamara's 180. And I think that could be an extra thing that you throw into an army, kind of like a finishing wave. I don't think you want to do that probably to lead off your fight, but I think it's good enough and interesting enough that you could use it like that fairly well. And I think now the acolytes might go with them. I'd have to double check that, but it seems like that should work with them too. Get a reroll and try to get those healing hits. And then last, this one is probably last on most people's list. I put Queen Kiran. She's 110 points. She now bonds with the Scions, which are the little dragons that I couldn't remember the name of yesterday. And those guys are kind of overpriced as they are. I think she's kind of on par. She gets to fly with stealth flying, but she only moves 4. It's useful, but when you're bonding with that person, I think it helps a little bit. But playing just her, I feel like she's too slow. She has an attack of 4 and a defense of 4, and she has the ability to potentially limit the defense rolls. And if it hits and you don't whiff your attack roll, so that you're relying on 2 rolls, not just 1, to get her full value. But I think just based on her stats, she probably doesn't fulfill that. But if you can get off 1 decent attack with her spear, I think she would immediately exceed her point value. And with the bonding squad that's out now, I think that helps her a lot. I haven't personally tried it just yet because I was trying Xenothrax, which I just talked about. But I think I will try. I'll have to try it because they can bond with her, and she's kind of in need of something. And I think that they are the closest thing that we have for now. And I think you can get more Scions in, and you could protect her better. When I've played with her, I've had a hard time protecting her from being killed by faster units. And I think Scions getting in the way might help. And I think that should make her the most useful of this box, here. If it's just within the box, I guess maybe she's not, but she will probably hit higher than these other ones. Mielke could probably get her pretty good with a double attack. But again, if she gets off 1 spear, that's enough to maybe kill a figure. So you got to rely on the D20 roll, but I think the risk is worth it. And it's a lot of fun too. I think of these, she's been the most fun for me to mess with, and I kind of look forward to trying her more with the other stuff. And I guess if I was going to pick another figure, Glenerva, who I ranked last, I think if they can get her something that would make her interesting, she would probably shoot up and could be the top of the list, because I think she's really interesting. It's just so specialized that I can't really say that she's that great right now. But for now, this is how I'm looking at it. And I think that this, I ranked the different releases as well. And I think this box release is probably one of their weaker releases of 2025. Or 2024, excuse me. And I think you get a decent amount of figures in the box. I don't know that it is one of the better releases. For if you were ranking just the releases, I don't know that this box is worthwhile just yet. I think it's coming. I think it's happening. We're seeing some of it be more valuable. And like Kilcarax, again, kind of fixes the other unit, or makes that unit usable. And I don't know if that's enough to make this box worth it. And now Queen Kiran has a bonding squad that's out with another expansion. So relying on another expansion to make her worthwhile, make this box worthwhile, is a little hard to sell. But I think over time, the value of this box will increase and be well worth it. I don't know that it's there yet. But I think that they're all very interesting units and worth checking out just for the fun factor, because they're all very unique. But that will do this one. I'm not sure what my next video will be just yet, but it is going to be soon. So check back. Thanks.